Good morning. It is it is November 21st, I guess. It's a Saturday morning. It's I don't even believe it's 7 yet. Oh, hi John. Samurai. Sam, boy, I gotta be careful of sharp knives. All right. So it's November 21st, 2015. Um I don't know. It's very early to have a coherent thought, but thought I'd talk about the idea behind having the groups. I kind of expanded off of the video idea of just kind of having a running dialogue until I drop dead of what I'm thinking. A lot of people write books about what's on their mind or whatever, but I mean, who reads books anymore? But I figure not only could this possibly be therapeutic for me, getting stuff off my chest, but if there's one person in the world that it's therapeutic for them too down the line. I mean, these things could go on for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Well, then that's a very bad percentage if only one person gets anything out of it. But I don't care about that really. So I guess the tangible thought I had was explaining the groups rather than the videos. So I guess the group idea kind of germinated from the video idea, in that I noticed how like kind of impersonal that Facebook was. People really not offering anything of themselves, of what they were into, or really anything deeper than I don't know, just generalizations. So I know myself that I'm really a fanatic about music, sports, comedy, and I guess Minions. No, not Minions, but I do have a Minion group. But my girlfriend deals with that aspect of it. And then I also had the weight loss group. But I figured that with the weight loss thing, having a guy in there probably wasn't the best thing, having me in there, because I don't know. I think it was better if I just kept that separate. So I left that group. I kept my Bruins, my Red Sox. Let's see what else. The comedy room and the music room. And I think my favorite I think is the music room, because I think the music room is basically the essence of what you are about. What's your inner I can't think of a word for it, but what you're into and what you're passionate about. I think whatever flows from from inside of you and what you're into is about what kind of music you're into. That might be a generalization, but I mean, I kind of my first impression of my girlfriend, who I met 24 months ago, exact on a Saturday, oddly enough. But I actually had met her playing a game called Song Pop. And Song Pop, basically, to be good at it, you have to have a grasp of all different types of genres of music. And she was phenomenal at it. And anybody that's really good at it, like my friend Diane, who's a musician, she's the best I've ever seen. It's just amazing how great she is. It's just phenomenal. I don't know if she cheats, but she gets I can't beat her. But my girlfriend's a close second, and how she could just get like every song off of like a one or two note um, whatever you call it, blurb of a song pop. So anyway, yeah, it really impressed me about her before I met that she knew all that. So if it wasn't for music, I never would have met her. So thank you for song pop, and and it proves my theory, because as great as she was at the music knowledge, I mean, she's just so amazing. I mean, it's not just such a small part of her, but obviously that was what attracted to her at the beginning. But it's just you know yeah. So that's that. So yeah, now I think the music page I've had now, which basically it started out where I'd have the videos and have pictures, And then I realized everybody dropped out because it's probably like too many notifications all at once, and so but that's just as well because I want everything that I'm doing not to be anything that ever gets too big, but at the same time I don't want to make everything private. So if people are into it, and I know on each group is like, maybe a half dozen at the most, but that kind of like it and enjoy it. So that's why I keep it public, But I mean, all things being equal, and if I put everything on private, then something does happen to me down the line or whatever, then how is anybody ever going to see anything that I did? So I think it's cool. I mean, how many people have kind of turns this whole Facebook world into something that kind of is more than just the way it is from 99.9% of the posts, which is nothing. And I feel like that I've done something with it that probably not too many other people have been able to do, and that is to meet just a woman who primarily, or meet a woman who just is incredibly amazing, who I never would have met without the help of Facebook because I mean, I couldn't have met her just off of like a text a day off of a music game. I had to like show who I was through just the off the wall shit I was posting on a Facebook account, which most people just don't even attempt. So, and then I expanded it by not being anonymous, by expressing thoughts, which I'm sure half the time aren't coherent, but at least I'm trying. So, um, and I think half of that introspection and trying to think things through and verbalize them has helped me at work and helped me just in a lot of different other areas. So, where I would mostly internalize things before in the past and, um, spew things maybe out at the bar or whatever after a few beers or whatever. But now I just do it with a clear head. And, you know, they probably don't sound any more coherent than after half a dozen Budweisers, but at least it's done with a clear head. So, with that, I'm going to go back and try to find some cool videos to put on whatever title of my music group is now. Oh, my goodness. So I guess that's it. That's Saturday, and I don't know. Scooby Doo on? No, I guess no more. No more cartoons. Getting old. All these cartoons nowadays, I don't even. They suck. But that's a topic for another day. I think I've already done that topic. What topics haven't I crossed? I don't know. I have to think of them. All right, I'm done as usual. Adios.